What a mirage!
In the desert, the lack of water reduces to a minimum the chances of life. There is hardly any vegetation. The sun dries the land, and the wind blows without any obstacles, dragging along mountains of sand. Very few dare venture into them, because the lack of water makes survival very difficult.
It's so hot.
Oh, it's really hot.
I'm sorry. I don't know how we managed to get here. I must have made a mistake. I should have turned right instead of turning left. Well, I guess.
You'd better find a shade quickly. I'm melting.
Shade in the desert? That's like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Only in an oasis, which is where there's enough water for vegetation to live, such as palm trees providing us the shade we need. In any case, now you're hot, but tonight you'll be cold.
Really?
You must be joking.
No, I'm not. During the night, the temperature goes down a lot.
Do we have to wait long for nightfall?
It's still early. I'll find a rock that will give us some shade.
Nimbus,
What?
you're evaporating. It's so hot, you'll disappear in just a few seconds, and the same thing will happen to us very soon.
See you, my friends. Although you can't see me, I'll still be with you.
Nimbus!
We can only see your eyes.
Don't worry about me. As soon as the temperature comes down, I'll condensate again, and we'll be together again.
In the name of Allah! From now on, you are my prisoners!
Are you speaking to us?
Is there anybody else?
Of course. Although you can't see him, Nimbus is also with us.
Heat has made him invisible.
Are you fooling with me? Let me tell you that you are speaking to Raindrop, and they are my 40 desert droplets. And by Allah, nobody dares make a fool out of us.
If you and your 40 colleagues don't mind, I think I'm going to faint.
Oh.
Oh.
Raindrop, pal, resist.
That guy Raindrop has suffered a sunstroke. Quick, cover him with a Bedouin shawl, and the square-faced chap as well.
I hope these clothes are of any use. I also faint.
Take him with care. He doesn't look too well.
Anybody would with a nose like his.
Don't waste time. Get him on a camel and take him to the cavern.
If you take Raindrop away, I'm coming with you.
Of course, you'll come with me. It's strange. I can notice a presence.
And you'll soon feel a hell of a gust.
Who is speaking to me? I can hear voices, but I cannot see anybody.
It doesn't matter if you can't see me. What you must see is the sandstorms coming your way.
A sandstorm? Where? By Allah, it's coming this way. Come on, move it, let's go. The sea moon is coming.
Just what we need.
Yimsi, yalla, yalla, get on. There is no time to waste.
Oh my! If there's anything harder than ice, that certainly must be a camel's backside. Gosh, it's really blowing hard. I'm about to fall off.
Hold on tight. If you fall off now, nobody will be able to find you. Keep going, we are nearly there. Come on, droplets, move it, otherwise we'll be buried in sand. We finally made it. And now, the magic words. Together with a little technological aid. Open up, sesame. I just love modern technology. Everybody come in and let's leave the wind outside.
Make way, brothers. This climate gets on my nerves.
You animal! What all the pushing for?
You are the animal. If you can't drive, they should have never given you a license.
They should have never given you a camel.
That is my camel.
What
and
all the
I've paid
pushing
up to
for,
the
animal?
You miserable drops. You're gonna be dry as a bone when I'm finished with ya.
Ah! We'll argue later.
That will be my pleasure. Run!
You'll soon be mine, you pathetic desert drops.
Ah!
And do you think I'm gonna give up? Do you hear me? I'll blow you all out of this cave.
Where am I?
Don't worry, you're safe here. You're in Raindrop's cave, where the temperature is cool and we're protected from the sandstorm.
Come here and refresh yourself.
After so much heat, this is glorious. Raindrop.
Oh. Ah.
Are you sure they've got in there?
That's the cave! Dopey, you're the clumsiest person I know!
I'm sorry.
This door closes like a safe!
This heat is exhausting. I'm tired and thirsty.
I must find a way in so I can pollute those Bedouin drops!
With this heat, why don't you forget polluting for a while?
In the desert, what do you do to have fun?
We reflect mirages.
I'd like to try that. I've heard about them, but never seen one.
When the storm is over, you will see them.
A water or a sandstorm?
What a storm, my dear friend. It's been months since the last drop fell out of the sky.
It practically never rains in the desert.
Whatever rains evaporates instantly.
And has it always been like that? I mean, so dry?
No. Not always like this. Many...
Thousands of years ago, maybe 10,000, in this same land blessed by Allah.
No, again no, Methuselah. Please excuse him. He's our eldest drop and he's always telling the same story.
But we don't know it, and we would love to hear it.
And we are always happy to hear it again.
It would be wonderful to hear it.
In that case, go ahead, Methuselah. Tell your story once more.
Thousands of years ago, maybe over 10,000, this same land, blessed by Allah, was covered by dense forest and life was happy and peaceful. In those days, like today, wind wanted to run free at his own will, taking over everything, but the dense vegetation obstructed him, protecting all living creatures that lived under its cover. But man, unaware of the harm he was causing, gathered large herbivorous herds, which in little time diminished the water source that gave life to the forest and devoured the green mantle that covered the earth, leaving it unprotected. That's how, from then onwards, the wind found the right conditions in the land for his purposes and began to blow stronger. Now he found an easy way to blow in between the trees, pulling them out. He soon destroyed the forest and only rocks were left. And even if the wind didn't blow all of the time, the sun, with no vegetation to protect the ground, began to dry it with its rays. Water disappeared from the ground and life with it. That way, men were forced to abandon the land and part of their flocks in search for the few spots left with vegetation that the wind hadn't yet destroyed. And these reduced spots of vegetation, like islands in the middle of the desert, are today the oasis in which just a few men with their animals live.
And does the wind still threaten the oasis?
Constantly, and pushes the sand further and further away.
Is the desert growing?
Every year, the sand is pushed by the Simoon and advances about 10 kilometers, destroying the last oasis and attacking new forests.
And can't we do anything about it?
Only humans could do so, building walls to stop sand advancing.
And with effort and time, extending the canal network, they could claim land back from the desert for the crops.
Which in turn would help the ground retain water again, increasing the possibilities for life. But they need to become aware pretty soon and do something about it, or otherwise half the planet will be a desert.
I can't take it no longer! I'm gonna fry!
Now that the wind has stopped blowing, I think I'll take a little nap.
What are you doing? Are you nuts?
No, I'm a lot cooler this way. Try it.
The sand is burning hot.
Only on the top, trust me.
I'll try it. Anyway, I've nothing to lose. Wow, you were right. Dopey, you're a fool. But sometimes you get it right.
Just what I say.
Plus, this is the perfect spot to wait for the Bedouin drops to come out. As soon as they open the door, I'll jump on top of them and pollute them all.
The storm is ended.
If you want to come with us to play with the Mirages.
Great! But I don't know how to play that.
Me neither. I'm from the pole and know nothing about the desert.
It's easy and fun. Follow me and you'll see. There are your camels.
Come on, Frosty.
I'm not mounting a backside again.
You have the entire hump to yourself, although it isn't easy to keep your balance.
I know, do I know?
Hey, friends!
Who's calling?
Up here on the ceiling!
Nimbus!
I'm staying here. I don't want to go through that again.
Don't chicken out. You only have to wear a Bedouin shawl like the one I'm wearing.
Here, take this one. Put it on like this. It's going to be an experience, this Mirage business. You look like a real lord of the desert.
Muhammad Ali Nimbus!
Come, don't hold back. Open up, sesame. Come on, my droplets. At the double.
I think we've run over something.
Must have been snakes. Sometimes they bury themselves in the sand to keep cool.
Poor snakes. Poor snakes.
I'm not having this. Nobody crushes Flu and gets away with it.
If they have crushed you, maybe you managed to pollute their feet.
Damn it, Dopey! This is no time for jokes.
Clones! The Simoon! I mean Sesame! It's Simoon! He managed to get into the cave and has destroyed everything!
We'll allow the camels to go back to the cave. We'll return to our company oasis. Come on, let's use our magic planks before the wind gets us started going.
I've heard about magic carpets, but boards?
Come on, Raindrop. Up you go. You only have to make a wish.
Up? Up. Up! It's like flying on Nimbus's back, though this is more fun.
I prefer flying with Nimbus. He has a wider back and he's safer.
And softer, too.
Mayala, look over there.
It's one of the oasis Methuselah talked to us about.
No, Raindrop. It's only the mirage of an oasis.
And how do you know it's a mirage?
Because we can see a double image. Look, it's like the oasis was reflected on a lake.
And there's no water?
No water, not oasis. It's the sun that by heating the air makes us see things very distant. That's a mirage.
And now, are you going to play with it?
Of course, we love playing with them.
And how does this game work?
We must collect them for another day.
We see the image as if we were taking a picture.
Come in, my droplets. Let's catch that mirage.
Those guys are a little crazy.
Must be all that sun on their heads that has affected them. I'm about to melt.
It doesn't do me much good either. I hope we find some shade soon.
Shade like this one, maybe?
You're a friend, Nimbus. Thanks.
One of the main purposes of us clouds is to provide shade.
Point the magic mirror to the mirage and capture it. It will be a nice image for our collection. Great, you got it. He's coming. He's all ours. Ah, he's deflecting. He is not coming, are we? Somebody else is capturing him. Damn, Abdul, drop. It's not fair. He's taking the mirage away from us.
Another game for him. He is really thrashing us.
I didn't know there were any more players.
We play against Abduldrop's tribe, and this season, he is already 3 Mirages ahead of us.
So you aren't top of the league?
We haven't lost anything. Bayala that Ali drop and his 40 droplets will score more mirages than anyone in the desertic season.
Forget it, sweetie. Here we go. We are the champions.
Rustaya! Rustaya!
Look, a sandstorm. Well, they've left me alone. Hey, wait for me!
We've arrived. This is our refuge in the oasis.
Won't the wind attack us here?
The wind is capable of attacking us anywhere, but an oasis is always a comfortable place to be. And inside the jug, we'll all be safer and cooler.
If it's cooler, let's not waste any more time.
Ah. Your friend can't bear heat very much. Okay, it exhausts us all. Come on in, Raindrop. In we go, droplets.
Gosh, the storm is right over our heads.
The wind has caught us.
Yes, and if he wishes, he can destroy the oasis.
His destructive powers are enormous.
That's some storm out there.
It could well mean the end. If it destroys the oasis, we'll be buried under a mountain of sand.
We'd better get out of here as soon as possible.
Outside, the wind is getting stronger and stronger.
This is the end. We shouldn't have abandoned our refuge in the mountain.
The sea moon doesn't always blow with the same strength. We could go out when its strength decreases.
And do something to stop him.
Stop him, you say? Are you crazy? There's no way we can stop that wind.
Well, I think we can. Didn't you say that he wants to destroy the oasis?
That is what he's been doing for thousands of years.
His will is to eliminate all traces of vegetation and water.
And that way be free to blow through all the nearby villages and end up covering the whole continent in sun.
We're not going to let them get away with that, are we, Nimbus?
Of course not. I think we both have had the same idea.
Would you mind telling us then?
To create a huge mirage to fool the wind.
After all, you all love amusing yourselves with them. This is going to be fun.
But how?
How many mirages do you have in your mirror?
We need about 20.
I don't think there'll be more than 9 or 10.
That is all.
Not enough for our plan to work.
We'll have to ask Abdul Drop to help us out.
Ask Abdul for help? Never.
Don't get upset, Ali Drop. Where's your sports spirit? We're talking about saving the oasis. We have to talk to Abdul Drop.
But he is our rival.
Wind is worse. He's our enemy. We must join forces with him.
Way to go, Methuselah. Let's go see Abdul Drop and organize our defense.
Luckily, the wind has died down a little. We finally got him.
Be careful, Flu. I don't want them to crush us again.
Crush us? Crush us? We'll be cooler under the sand. Why do I listen to you? It's not always gonna happen like that.
Come on, friends.
Didn't you say it wasn't always going to be like that?
Shut up, Vicky! They haven't crushed us this time.
Wow, we're so lucky.
Does Abdul Drop live very far?
No, his refuge is very close. In between those rocks next to the first dune.
Let's go then.
If I had one of those boards, I could follow them and poison them.
You mean they will be able to wallop you again?
Shut up, Dopey, or I won't be able to control my nerves.
Here we are. Abdul Drop is a jealous neat. Even his jug is just like mine.
Stop that nonsense now, Ali Drop. We're here to ask him for help, with your permission.
So, you are here to recognize you are missing some mirages?
That's not what I am here for. What we need...
Excuse my interference. What Ollie Drop is trying to say is if you want to defeat Simoon, you must gather all your mirages.
Of course, I want to defeat that damned wind. He's our real enemy.
Well, we have no time to lose. Simoon is building up strength to devastate the oasis.
And if the oasis disappears, you will follow the same fate.
Shake hands now and let's get on with our work. We must gather more mirages if we're to succeed.
Okay, but once we have defeated the wind, the game will continue. And we will be rivals once more.
Be sure of that. This alliance is only temporary.
It's a deal. Let's shake hands.
Together, we will defeat the wind.
That wind is bad news.
We'll be safer if we move over to those palm trees.
I'm scared, Flu. The wind is capable of tearing up these palm trees.
Don't worry, Dopey. That's not possible.
He is going to tear up the palm trees. He's going to bury us alive.
I told you he wouldn't pull them out.
Say, still want to pollute something else?
No, I think I've had enough for today.
Ali Drop and his droplets are ready for the game.
Abdul's droplets are also ready for the game.
Off you go then. May each team gather as many mirages as possible, and then we will all meet back at the oasis to protect it.
Hold on, droplets. This one is ours.
Yoo-hoo! Yeah! We got another one!
Come on, make sure he doesn't get away. That's it, we've got him.
great! I think we have enough now.
Wow! Now we can surely protect the oasis.
Very good. Now you must line up in front of the oasis and wait for my signal.
If this trick works, that will be thanks to the Mirage! Dear Abdul, haven't you ever been told that you're a big mouth?
Those two are always prodding each other.
If our plan doesn't work, they will have nothing left to prod about.
Look, there he comes again.
Droplets, are you ready?
We're ready, sir.
Oh my! It's nearly on top of us. Project the mirrors, now!
Damn! Where did all this vegetation come from? All right then, I'll flatten everything down. I'll blow in all directions, and nothing will be left standing.
Look, its strength is weakening.
The plan worked. His greed was his downfall.
Allah is great. I never thought someone could defeat the desert wind.
I should have concentrated my force. I'm vanishing. I'm running out of air.
Well done, Desert Drops. You can put away your mirages now.
We defeated the wind!
This time, but I don't think we'll be able to trick him again.
We have done everything that we can. It is now the humans' turn to establish the means to avoid the desert growing.
Where did Abdul Drop go?
By Ali, we're off to count the mirrors we captured. I bet we have more than you do. Do not cheat. Those don't count.
Forget it, Ali. What is really important is we saved the oasis.
Well, now that we know the desert, I think it's time you took us to a cooler place, don't you think?
Sure. I will just turn right where we took a left turn before. Or was it left when we turned?
We're off. Bye, Ali Drop, and the rest of you. It's been a wonderful experience getting to know this part of the world.
Bye-bye. And remember what we have here.
Of course we will. We'll remember you, and we'll do everything in our powers to help you. Bye, Ali. We'll tell everyone we meet about you guys.
The desert advances daily. Misuse of water and our own idleness are driving the land to unrecoverable limits. It's our duty to take care and preserve our water reserves. It's for our own survival and the survival of other living creatures.